Stanisław Barszczak. If they can't hear you, shout louder. Dear internet users, young friends, that God exists, understanding of God and why it matters, even for atheists, is untrustworthy occupation. Kindly give a straight reply. Does God exist or not? Yes or no? If yes, how best to realize Him in this life? Is there a God? We're not listening yet. Fear can be put away completely. I have an image of myself, and I have a picture of a 60-year-old man who is being killed by human civilization with exact precision. For he has vices, sensations that have been strengthened by the night of loneliness. I have an image of myself that has no fear. He has freedom from fear. Though I am not a great teacher, for example, Harvard professor, he's regarded as one of the most important figures in the contemporary post-colonial studies, looking into the cultural legacies that colonialism and imperialism have left behind. Barszczak has developed a number of the field's expressions and key concepts such as mimicry, difference, hybridity, and ambivalence. Come on. For example, I am author of the groundbreaking work in European Union, a professor of English and comparative literature at Columbia University, one of the most prominent literary and cultural critics in the United States. My writing about the Middle East, Christian Europe to be exact, and its relationship to the West have had a major influence on both scholarship and public opinion. And my channel is managed by the Barszczak Trust Foundation of America. Don't exaggerate, you say. These foundations will see to it that these teachings are kept whole, are not distorted, are not made corrupt. They will not give rise to any sectarian spirit in their activities, nor create any kind of place of worship around the teaching or the person. Our videos contain thousands of subtitles in more than 12 languages translated by me and by volunteers from all over the world. If you would like to help us with translating subtitles, please contact us at s.barszczak@ew.pl. It's not that exact. Sometimes I still consider myself a trader, not just a priest. A man am I occupying a position of trust with a merchant in an East Asian port. I'm sacked when I am caught stealing something in my imagination that I even pretend to commit suicide, and the captain he befriended agrees to take me to a secret trading post. Not at all. Apart from that, my work so far, I am realizing it as a tropical and not exotic. So, sometimes even I resume my downward spiral spurred by my obsession with a beautiful native woman. She may be half Baghdadi, half Zulu pirate, half Algerian, or half Moroccan, half French newcomer, even a Hollywood star. But while she has a rich inner life, giving natives and colonials equal space, the world gives her no dialogue. Thus, despite an erotic power, she cannot express her own warring emotions. Her struggle to understand me, whose disgrace she mistakes for rebelliousness and willingness to become one with her people. This image, imagine, A subtle but important point is lost, as we see in a sermon by Neuve in the Muslim veil, that so would trouble me. Her simplified otherness is reinforced as the world replaces her with gentle Englishwoman. I'm looking for the last image of her. Her hands clasped her ankles. She rested her head on her drawn-up knees and remained still, very still, under the streaming morning of her hair. In my opinion, it bears witness to the world's haunting power of suggestion. So, we are afraid that we will lose our job because they judge us, that we are zero, and so on. We fear because of ambition. A new generation of people rules. We are as old as a scarecrow. And at the same time, we forget each other. We do not even remember our loved ones. As a wife and husband, we are afraid of mutual exploitation, and so on. However, only fear is old. Fear can be put away completely, though thought finds security. This latter is an image, is memory, fragile thing. Security across, you are the light of the world. So I'm asking, why we are afraid? My answer, it is an effect of neuroticism. The wife calls me an idiot, whether it flatters or injures. What's more, God's image of this cleanses to something irrational. For this condition, you are going this. I'm not talking cleverly, I will. Mechanism of the mind is registered. You follow? It's stop register. So look at this beautiful sunset. Why marvelous? Beginning of thought. Why are you hurt? A fear is to look without relation. But thinking has to come to an end one day. We come out of the darkness towards the light. For someday we will be the light of the world. We are already light in the Christianity. Do we find attention to a happy life? You are the light of the world. Love is a total attention. The process is hard fought, not by resistance or violence. I do discussion with the scientists about the roots of fear. We lose job, many branches here of the tree. I have to be careful with what I say now, but we don't have to. We are frightened. Yoga will awaken deeper energy and doing help for other people. Helpful prayer and gratitude here for daily energy. Don't get distracted by everyday difficulties. So give total attention. When we are making this, is fear's end. Fear is loneliness, a sense of isolation. The real revolution, freedom from fear. What is the root of fear? I am afraid that do something pointless. It is important to have space. Observing is not thinking. From now on, doing positive means do something with focus. Fundamental transformation. I have listened to you for many years. Why haven't I changed? A mind free of the me. It's very important. A fear is not a time. I might lose my job. I'm asking why I don't have any more money. Why is the sex separating me from the community? With pleasure comes fear. Be alone. Take it for granted. To be alone in a different way. The end of becoming. To perceive the present. The past had be absent. I want to find out why I am afraid. Fear business here. All business here. I can analyze it through dying to everything each minute. I want to observe the cause of fear that involve time. Imagine the future if there is one. Roots of fear, it is movement of time that is thought, that is not demanding. The brain is quiet where there is attention. We look at something under the microscope and that is how something should be. But we must just look without our prejudices in order to get rid of fear. The thought is responsible for our confusion. Fear comes into being when I think of tomorrow. There are many sages, several sages in this era, who talk about it, but I'm asking whether the whole man is wasting of energy. How to dissolve it here? Love is total attention, regardless of whether we live flattering or wounded. In a message to the participants of the European Union Youth Conference, Pope Francis encouraged young people to make noise. If they can't hear you, shout louder. But to shout, you need a topic that you want to shout out. You need first loneliness, then the last focus. The process is heartfelt, as I told. This sentence of the Pope either flatters us or hurts us. You then need total attention to choose happiness. This is the beginning thought. This is right beginning of the path of love. This latter, love, but the total attention, regardless of whether it flatters or injures. And only moments are beautiful in life.